Hey guys, this is Chris from Reaper Fishing, New Jersey. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make the perfect shark rig to go out and target big mako sharks. So stay tuned. So moving from left to right, we're going to go over basically everything you need to go ahead and make these rigs. First thing is a pair of crimpers. This is from American Fishing Wire. You can get by with a lighter set like this, or if you want to go a little bit and spend some more money and get something a little bit higher quality that's going to make a better crimp, you can get something like this from High Seas. I think this one was like 120, 140 bucks. Then the next thing you're going to need is 400-pound mono. All right, so this is leader material. This is from LP, Lindgren Pittman. They've made a name for themselves in the longline community as well as in the swordfish community. But this is what I've been using on my shark rigs. You're going to need the appropriate size crimps. Then you're going to need some couple skirts. All right, so different colors. Every now and then I'll find that they key in on one color. Occasionally it's pink, sometimes it's orange. But honestly, the best is actually chartreuse. This one's been beat up over the years. Tons of teeth marks. I'm going to have to retire this one. Then you're going to need the actual hook itself. So big old circle hook, non-offset. That's the new rule. You're going to need some big barrel swivels. All right, this is from Spro. This is a 420-pound. I also have 540-pound. This is a set from Bill Fisher. This is 750-pound test. All right, guys, I just want to talk about hooks real quick. So, you know, growing up and just up until last year, I always used the big old J hook, but just last year they changed the rules where now you have to use a non-offset circle hook, and I actually really like that idea for all those blue sharks and undersized makos and brown sharks, duskies, hammerheads, all those sharks that you're going to be catching as bycatch when you're waiting for the bigger makos. You're going to hook them in the jaw, and the release mortality is going to be a lot lower, so that's really neat. We experimented with so many different hook sizes, leader material, and ultimately we came up with, we were gut hooking a lot less fish when we were using these 20-aught mustad hooks, these big circle hooks. So I bought a whole box, and then we were pairing that with mono. So I was very, very leery about using all mono. It's just not the way I grew up fishing for sharks. But we had a lot of success with this, and we were, I think it's just the way that the mono bends a little bit. It lets that circle hook really go down the gullet and then turn to jaw hook them. So this is ultimately what we ended up using, and I'm going to show you how to do that. But this is the hook that we ended up doing the best with. We have this other 16-aught from Mustad. This is a thicker hook, heavier duty. We found we were gut hooking a lot of fish, and then I have a couple others from Eagle Claw, but some reason or other, this old school big Mustad is what we've been doing well with, so I recommend it. All right, guys, let's go ahead and construct one of these rigs. So I've pre-cut about a 6 to 8 foot piece of the monofilament. What you're going to do is, you got your hook here, take your main line, run it through your crimp. Now you're going to run through the hook. Now what you're going to want to do is pull out about a 2 to 3 foot segment of big tag end rather. Then you're going to go through your crimp, all right? Pull out that tag end, and we'll go over why in the next segment. So find the appropriate slot on your crimper. Line it up real good. Get that bad boy crimped on. Now what you're going to want to do, so after we have that hook crimped on, now we're actually going to take that tag end and we're going to wrap it fairly tightly around the main line. All right. Now as we do this, hopefully you can see that we are creating doubled up mono. All right, and you're just going to keep spinning that around. And this is just something that we kind of came up with. I don't know, I just kind of thought about it last year. All right, so just keep spinning it. So now you got about a 2 foot segment of doubled up, twisted 400-pound mono. So now what you got to do, the key to this also is, now you have to hold right here. Then you find the leading edge of your main line, pop on another crimp, all right, and then you just got to weasel this one down all the way to your doubled up mono. All right, and then you just got to tease that on there. And again, all the while being careful not to lose your wraps, or your spins, I should say. So now what you have here is, again, about a 2-foot segment, 2.5 foot segment of doubled up 400-pound mono. Hopefully you can see that. Then what you want to do, find your appropriate slot again. Go ahead and give it a good crimp. All right, and we'll go ahead and cut the tag real close. All right, so now, doubled up mono. Now we're back to our main line. So let's pick a skirt color. Let's do a big old orange one. Pop it through the tail, out the nose, run that down. All right, so now we've slid our skirt over our second crimp, over our double line, and now it's sitting just ahead of the hook. And hopefully Friday I'll show you guys how we bait these rigs up for Makos. All right, now at the leading edge of the main line, all you got to do is take a third crimp, pop one through, take one of those big 500, 600, 700-pound barrel swivels, run right on through that. One more crimp and you're done. Now you can do like an offshore loop knot here as well. I find with 400-pound mono, it's really probably not necessary. So in the interest of time, I'm going to go ahead and not do that. One more crimp. All right. Cut that tag in, and that's the rig. Alright, so here's the end product. Alright, I went ahead and used that green and chartreuse skirt. Here's our big 20-aught mustad. As I showed you earlier, this is our first crimp to the hook. Then you have your 2.5 foot section of doubled up 400-pound LP mono. This is your second crimp. That's at the end of the initial tag end from the hook. Then you have your main line. And then from your main line at the end, you have your third crimp. I'll cut that tag end. And then you have your big barrel swivel. All right. From here, I like to use big heavy-duty snap swivels going to my rod. A lot of guys go ahead and fish with wind-ons. I don't like to do that. You know, when we're out there, I only have sometimes 1 or 2 shots at these fish per year as they migrate up the 20 line or 30 line. So I want to be able to get my baits back out there real quick. So what I'll do is after we hook a fish, I'll do the best that I can to get that circle hook out. And then if not, I'll cut it. And then bam, all we got to do is unlock the snap swivel and pop on a brand new rig. All right. I'm going on a fishing binge starting tomorrow. Tomorrow is the sea bass opener. So I got the guys coming down. We're going to fish sea bass on Wednesday. I'm going to run the boat about 38, 40 miles down to the Delaware Bay on Thursday for those big drum. Hopefully we're going to go ahead and film that as well. And that's going to be all catch and release. And then Friday, if the weather holds, there's been some bluefins in our local canyons. I'm hoping to do a half-day bluefin tuna trip and then switch over to find those big makos that are hopefully out there eating them. So stay tuned, guys. And as always, I really appreciate you tuning in. I really enjoy this. This is my passion. Hit that like button, subscribe below. More videos coming up, and we'll see you guys.